Good news! After years of waiting, Moomoo has finally launched in Malaysia. So, in this video, I'll be reviewing Moomoo Malaysia. I'll be covering stuff such as what are their fees like, how does it compare to other popular Malaysian brokers, what features do they have, what I like and not like about them, and of course, what are the sign-up rewards that you can get when you sign up to them. Full disclosure, this video is not sponsored by them, so you can be rest assured that all these are my honest opinions. Though, I do get paid a bit of affiliate commission when you sign up using my link. But my main purpose for making this video is so that you get to understand this new broker a bit more. That's all. Also, before I start, do join my 7,000 members Telegram group where you get to discuss stocks, personal finance, or ask any questions that you may have. Alright, if you aren't familiar with Moomoo already, here's a quick intro about them. Moomoo is a trading platform by Futu Holdings Limited, which was founded in Hong Kong in 2011. Then in 2021, Moomoo came to Singapore, where it quickly grew, and since then, more than 1 in 4 residents use it to trade stocks. Besides Singapore, they have also recently expanded to Canada, Japan, and as of November 2023, they have reached a milestone of 21 million global users, while having 1.65 million daily active users. And now, they are finally here in Malaysia. Okay, enough of all the angkat bolas. Let's talk about the part where we care about the most: fees. Moomoo Malaysia currently lets you trade in 2 markets, Malaysia and the US. If you open up their pricing page, it shows that there's $0 fees for everything. Wow, so good, everything free ah? Really meh? Okay, if you look carefully, there's an asterisk here. So let's check out the fine print. The $0 commission is only for 180 days to all new users, after which there will be a 0.03% commission. 0.03% is still very cheap leh. What's the catch? There are 2 things you need to take note of. One, besides the commission, it also has a platform fee, which is a flat 3 ringgit per order for the Malaysian market and a flat 99 cents per order for the US market. 2, besides the fee charged by Moomoo Malaysia, there are also other third-party fees charged by the regulators of the respective country, as well as a stamp duty charged by the Malaysian government. You cannot run away from this stamp duty fee one, because it exists in every Malaysian broker, whether it's Rakuten Trade, M+ Global, FSM1, and so on, with the biggest exception being Interactive Brokers, which doesn't charge any stamp duty fees. The reason for this is simple. IBKR is not officially established in Malaysia, hence they are not governed nor approved by the Securities Commission Malaysia. That's why if you are a Malaysian resident and if you want to use IBKR, you will need to use the international version of IBKR. Now, let's find out how good or how bad Moomoo Malaysia's fees are. Here, I'm comparing them to some of the most popular brokers in Malaysia, namely M+ Global, Rakuten Trade, FSM1, and Interactive Brokers. In the comparison, I'm assuming that the 180 days promotion period is over, and you will need to pay for the 0.03% commission fee together with the platform fee. But I won't be including the third-party fees since they are pretty negligible and all the brokers have it. Okay, rather than letting you see some numbers, here's a chart to help you visualize what's going on. Here, there are only 3 brokers that let you trade the Malaysian market, namely Moomoo Malaysia, Rakuten Trade, and FSM1. When you are trading less than 400 ringgit, Rakuten Trade is the cheapest, as it charges a 1% fee with a minimum of 1 ringgit for any trades that are smaller than 700 ringgit. However, once you go past 400 ringgit, Moomoo Malaysia becomes the cheapest broker due to its very low 0.03% plus 3 ringgit fee, while Rakuten Trade has a 100 ringgit cap for trades that are above 100,000 ringgit. In order for Moomoo Malaysia to go past this cap, you will need to trade more than 323,000 ringgit, which is a pretty big amount, and I doubt many people will be trading this big. Next, for the US market, Interactive Brokers is the clear winner here, as it's pretty hard to beat their super low commission of $0.0035 per share, with a minimum of just 35 cents. After IBKR, Moomoo Malaysia is the second cheapest broker for the US market. So, Moomoo Malaysia is a bad broker then? Not quite. Because, as mentioned earlier, the downside of IBKR is that it's not officially established in Malaysia. So what that means is that it isn't so straightforward to fund IBKR as a Malaysian resident, as you will either need to first transfer your funds to a Singapore bank account, then use it to fund IBKR, or you will need to fund IBKR via Wise, both of which are quite mafan to do. Whereas for local Malaysian brokers, you can easily fund via local banks, and the money usually arrives within a few minutes, so there's pros and cons here. And similarly, while Rakuten Trade has a $25 cap on their fees, in order for Moomoo Malaysia to go past this cap, you would need to trade more than $80,000, which is a pretty big amount here. Next, let's also compare the currency conversion rates. For this, what I did was first check the conversion ringgit from Malaysian ringgit to US dollar on Google, then went through every broker to also get their conversion rates. IBKR doesn't have the Malaysian ringgit currency, so instead, what I did was use the rates at WISE instead. And from there, I calculate the broker's FS rate loss using Google's rate as the base. And the results? Moomoo Singapore has the best FS rates, while IBKR came in at 4th place. This result is consistent with what I got when I was analysing the brokers for Singapore, where I found that Moomoo Singapore also has very good FS rates. The reason IBKR lost here was because we have to go through WISE to convert from Malaysian ringgit to US dollar. Without this extra step, IBKR would have won. Okay, let's summarize the fees. For the Malaysian market, if you are trading more than 400 ringgit, Moomoo Malaysia is the cheapest broker to use. As for the US markets, while Moomoo Malaysia came in second, if you factor in the currency conversion from Malaysian ringgit to US dollar, Moomoo Malaysia would actually win in terms of lowest overall fee. Next, let's talk about some of the features that I like about Moomoo Malaysia. The broker is available on both the mobile and the desktop. But for this video, I'll just be focusing on the mobile since both platforms are pretty much the same. Opening the app, the first impression that I got was that they have a pretty nice dark theme. And that is important because as they say, once you go black, you never go back. But that aside, the interface was clean, minimalistic, and it was rather intuitive to use. Let's start from the stock page. All the pricing that you see here is live pricing, so they are updated in real time. The stock chart is jam-packed with all the features that you need. They have more than 100 technical indicators and advanced drawing tools for you to do all your astrology, technical analysis. But even if you are bad at reading stock charts, like me, they also have this thing called trend projection, where they will look for stocks with similar patterns and use it to predict how the stock might go in the future. I also like the fact that Moomoo Malaysia provides you with free level 1 market data for Malaysia stocks, as well as free level 2 market data for US stocks. This may come useful for traders as it provides insights into the stock's price action. In the news tab, you'll find both the latest news as well as announcements relating to the stock, which may help you make better investment decisions. Then, in the company tab, you'll find even more useful data about the company. At the top, you will see a quick summary of the company's latest earnings results. And if you tap into it, you will see an overview of the result, operating data. They even have transcripts of the earnings calls as well as the replay of the actual call itself. Heading back out, further down, you will see what analysts think about the company's valuation versus its industry, as well as all the operating data of the company, such as how many units they sold and their market share. Below that, you'll find a simple but useful visualization of the company's financials, such as their revenue breakdown, financial estimates, financial indicators, income statement, balance sheet, and so on. They also show you who their shareholders are, as well as what institutions have been doing in regards to the stock. Have they bought more stock? Or did they paper hands and sold off their holdings? This may give you some insights as to what the big players think about the company. Besides that, Moomoo Malaysia also comes with a useful stock screener. You can use it to filter stocks based on the company's valuation indicator, technical indicators, and financials and more. And for my Muslim friends, if you want to invest in Sharia stocks, good news. The broker comes with a Sharia compliant filter that lets you filter out Sharia stocks with just one tap. And if you open up a stock, if you see a Sharia icon at the top right hand corner, that's how you know the stock is Sharia compliant. But wait, there's more. Moomoo Malaysia also has an earnings calendar, which is pretty useful for keeping track of the upcoming earnings as well as latest earnings results. And here's one feature that I really like. They have a rather active community where you can discuss stocks and investments and learn from one another. So those were some of the features that I like about Moomoo Malaysia. And there's a lot of features, yeah? But now, let's also talk about some of the features that are currently lacking. One, as of right now, you can't instantly fund the account yet, as it currently only supports bank transfers and the funds would only arrive within 1 to 3 business days. But given that they've just launched and practically every other broker lets you fund instantly, I'm quite sure that they will add this feature very soon. 2. you can't trade US fractional shares with Moomoo Malaysia yet. But again, I'm sure that they will add this feature in as it's already available on the Moomoo Singapore app. Overall, I really like Moomoo Malaysia and I don't have much complaints about it. Despite it just being launched in Malaysia, Moomoo Malaysia is already better than most, if not all, of its competition in terms of fees, exchange rates, and all the features that it has to offer. And I'm super excited to see what they have to offer next. So that was my review of Moomoo Malaysia. If you are interested to try them out, you can sign up to them using my link down below. They are currently running a promotion where from now to 31st March 2024, if you deposit at least 8,000 ringgit and keep the funds there for 30 days, you will get to receive one free Apple share that's currently worth around 180 US dollars, as well as 100 ringgit worth of cash coupons. But of course, the promotion will change from time to time, so be sure to check out the website for the latest promotion, yeah? Anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully, you found it useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.